we, we move on to the budget. And the union budget D-Day is just around the corner. NDTV Profit is bringing you the coverage on what specific sectors do expect from the budget 2025. My colleague Anushi joins us to tell us, my colleague Varsha and Anushi join us to tell us what the fertilizers and railway sector expect from budget 2025 respectively.
Here are the key expectations from railway sector in Union Budget 2025. Indian Railways remains a key infrastructure player due to its massive role in economic progress as well as improvement in a citizen's daily life. Higher emphasis on modernization and expansion has remained at the forefront of the sector. Thus, expectations on what the upcoming budget brings in terms of this sector is something we should keep focusing on. Here at NDTV Profit, we will highlight some of the key expectations that can be beneficial for us from now on. The number one expectation is higher capex allocation as compared to last year is a key monitorable for the upcoming budget. If we go back to last year and check the key announcements in the railway sector, the sector hardly found a mention in the budget speech 24. This is starkly different to the picture before 2017 when the railway budget used to be presented separately few days ahead of the union budget. In FY25, total capex for railways in budget estimate 24-25 stood at Rs 2.65 lakh crore, while gross budgetary support stood at Rs 2.52 lakh crore, representing a 5.8% growth versus 24. However, the gross budgetary support reported a 51% and 36% growth in FY24 and FY23 budgets respectively. So far in this fiscal, the government has spent 76% of its budgetary outlay at Rs 1.92 lakh crore by December 24. This includes spending Rs 40,367 crore, which is 79% of the budget allocated for rolling stock. In safety-related works, out of budgetary allocation of Rs 34,412 crore, the amount spent is Rs 28,281 crore, which is 82% of the allocated amount. Media reports indicate a 18% increase in allocation for railways in budget allocation this year. So higher growth coming back versus last year should be definitely on cards this time, with focus now also tilting towards any announcements around long gestation, large value projects such as additional dedicated freight corridors. Second is a total of 136 Vande Bharat train services are running across Indian Railways network. During calendar year 24, Indian Railways introduced 62 Vande Bharat services. Continued rollout of Vande Bharat trains for better connectivity warrants announcement of additional Vande Bharat services as well. Reports also highlight on expectations of increased funding alongside for bullet train project. Third expectation is higher focus on India's KAVACH train protection system for better safety. Project for equipping 10,000 locomotives has been finalized and bids for trackside works of KAVACH for approximately 15,000 route kilometers have been invited. KAVACH aids the loco pilot in running of train within specified speed limits by automatic application of brakes in case loco pilot fails to do so, and also helps the train to run safely during adverse weather conditions. In June-July, several media reports suggested Indian Railways aims to deploy the KAVACH system on 44,000 kilometers of tracks within the next 5 years to avoid train accidents in the future. Thus, fast-tracking progress on this field remains critical. In other announcements, what we can also look forward to is integration of AI into operations, focus shifting back to rail infrastructure versus rolling stock. Now, talking about what has happened in calendar year 2024, here are some key highlights. Indian Railways introduced 62 Vande Bharat services and first Namo Bharat Rapid Rail. 6,200 track kilometer rails have been renewed with new rails. Loaded 1,473 MT of freight in 2024, achieving 3.86% of growth. 10,000 locos being equipped with KAVACH, bids invited for 15,000 route kilometer as stated earlier. Total of 58 projects of 34 projects sanctioned across 3 economic corridors. 3,210 route kilometers has been electrified during calendar year 2024. Work started on 1,198 stations out of 1,337 stations under Amrit Bharat Station Scheme. So here are the key highlights and what we can look forward to for railway sector in upcoming budget 2025.